Indie Mogul.
Welcome to Sci-Fi Week, everybody. On the show where you submit your best videos, I make one of my own, throw it all together into one easy-to-watch playlist for your viewing pleasure. We forgot to have somebody yell Movie Quest this week. That got me thinking. We've got a lot of indie filmmakers out there, and they too would probably like that shoulder rig we're going to be giving away later in this episode. So next week, the person who's going to win the shoulder rig is whoever makes the best 15 seconds or less Movie Quest intro. We're looking for creativity, originality. We'll have that intro featured on next week's episode, and we'll link to your channel too if you've got your own movies. And another hitch, it has to be somebody who's also subscribed to our channel, Hey Killer Films. So when we go through the entries, we'll be checking our own subscriber list. So subscribe now, shoot your shit, and get ready for Movie Quest! Welcome to Movie Quest this week, everyone, where our topic is science fiction. Preferably Star Wars, because that's what we did, but we really just ended up getting a whole lot of different types of sci-fi movies. We've got two more popular videos that a lot of you suggested, and I mean a lot of you suggested, so we'll put them in the playlist. And then we have two entries that were lesser seen, you know, to keep all that indie film cred. First and most requested was Prism from Corridor Digital.
You have no idea what that is, dude.
Doesn't matter, one more step and I'll smash it!
Now many of you have probably already seen this one, but if you haven't, check it out, because the people who have seen it, they just wouldn't stop suggesting it. So they must have done something right. The second most requested video is a few years old at this point. This is What's in the Box from the channel Timacious. And honestly, if you haven't seen it yet, then you really owe it to yourself. It's one of the most impressive videos I've ever seen on YouTube, especially when it comes to the visual effects that he managed to create on no budget. After that, we get to one of our subscribers over at Too Lazy to Live. This one's called Alien Cop Killers, an animated short film starring an Arnold Schwarzenegger android.
Some kind of magnetic plasma in its engine.
And finally, our subscriber, the Real Tuck 3599, found this short little sci-fi film, Mr. Gun.
Leave your weapons at the door, please.
Which falls under the whole steampunk sci-fi genre. This one is from Twilight Show and also very well done. A few other subscriber videos came in that we'll throw at the end of the playlist. We've got Breaker from VUE Productions. You might remember them as having done the short film Town of Glory weeks ago. And then Jedi Cowboy from Paul Hawkins, which, as he pointed out on our Facebook, is the first silent film Star Wars lightsaber battle film on YouTube. Then we also have Virtual Game from director Ruben Abreu.
Get ready for virtual combat.
It was kind of a late entry and didn't make the main playlist, but it has some very impressive special effects and deserves to get checked out. And then another one that was just a little too long to make the main playlist, but was still pretty impressive. It's called Battle of Power from Tukey Productions. Watching it, it kind of felt like the end scene of Super 8. It was really impressive to see such young filmmakers do something as good as this. That'll be at the end of the playlist after the rest of the show, so make sure to check that out. Thank you to everybody who submitted, and remember that if you're going to submit your own work in the future, just make sure you have the rights to everything in it, and it may just get featured on our show. And remember that next week's topic is just epic. Epic videos of any kind. Whether it's a short film you feel is particularly epic, or anything else you think might fall under the word epic, that's the topic. So whatever that translates to you as, that's what we want submissions for, whether it's your own work or other people's you find online. Email your submissions to us, put it on our Facebook or on our Twitter, and remember to like and follow both of those as well. And now it's time for what I learned about you. Now, last week's question when we did the free-for-all was a very simple one, but we got a lot of really good answers. It was just, if you win the stabilizer that was the prize for this week, what is the first thing you would do with it? What's the first movie you would film, etc.? We got a lot of good answers, and it was very hard to decide who should win. There's a lot of good answers, Chad. I don't know who I'm gonna pick. I'm having no trouble narrowing down the list at all. So. Naked Jake Kid nearly lost his eye 7 years ago. I mean, doesn't that deserve a win? That's what, well, I don't know what to say about that. LOLROFLRICL says he wants to make a movie about Nelson Mandela and Eric Beck dancing. What is he, some kind of Johnny-come-lately? William Lewis says he's gonna make a movie that's like fusing Scott Pilgrim and The Godfather. Impossible. Awesome Free Kid 10, how do we not give it to them? It says it's an 11-year-old girl who loves special effects and arts and she really wants to make her first movie. Russell, goddammit! You need to have an iron will here! Effect Master says he would make friggin' sweet movies. Effect Master has a friggin' potty mouth. Live This Life Studios idea is really popular. So is he the one to win? No, in my mind he was beaten out by one guy. And that man is Paulino Brenner, an educator from the Chicago area who's going to be using it in his class where he'll be having his students make movies about certain topics. For all the great answers we received, it was really hard to compete with the guy who's going to be using it while teaching kids about making movies. So Paulino, thank you so much for your answer. We'll be getting in touch with you soon about how exactly we're getting that to you. And remember that next week is Epic Video Week on Movie Quest. And again, if you want to win a shoulder rig of your own, all you have to do is make the best Movie Quest intro, 15 seconds or less. That's it for now.
And meow, time for the playlist.
Up top, you can start the playlist from our video, which we didn't mention earlier. Super secret video this week. Let's just say it might involve Chad in a Rebel pilot outfit. That costume is no longer usable.
Not that I did anything terrible to it. I'm just fat.
Underneath that is all the other videos we mentioned we'll be watching this week. You can start the playlist wherever you like. We recommend that you start from the top, but it's your choice. Eventually it'll come back around to ours anyway. You can't escape our video. Stop it with the tail. You're embarrassing yourself.
The tail's what makes the ears work.
Look, you know the drill by now. You start at the top with ours, and we just sort of stand here, feel like idiots.
I don't know why, I just feel like I should be standing on the street corner dressed as a cat, like in Cool World or something. How you doing, handsome? That's right. Cool World reference.
I think that officially makes us the only web series to reference that.
The only web series to ever reference a Gabriel Byrne movie.
I think you could take it a little far.
I don't know. No, people probably reference Miller's Crossing because it's a Coen Brothers movie, but I dare you to reference any other Gabriel Byrne works.
A slew of End of Days references.
Yeah, I'd be an amazing cat.
Wait till you see what the cat outfit's for.